Nice. Right there, right there, right there, right there. It's gonna roll forward. You're getting on a downhill. Nice. Hey guys, it's cold, it's wet, it's rainy, and the Galaxie's back. Been a really long time. Pretty much had all the body work done on this car. You can see it's relatively straight all the way around. Probably 95, there goes the door handle. There's probably 95% of the body work's done. You can see how straight the car is. Doesn't need anything. Needs maybe just a scuff and then a primer and then a block and final color. But it's been sitting. It's been sitting for a long time. It's actually been sitting for like 7 months, 8 months. The only reason for that is because pretty much right when I was ready to spray this thing, we had SEMA. And then right when we got back from SEMA, we grenaded the motor on my F100. Post blowing the engine up in that, we got my shop in December. So it's kind of like bam, bam, bam. And just life takes a hold of you and different opportunities come up and you just don't have the time to get back on this. And then right when I had a spare moment to breathe in between, I broke the engine in the Fox body. Or I hurt it or wounded it or whatever you want to go about it, but I had to fix that. So we just had everything one after another come on to the point to where I could never get this thing painted. So right now it's been put against me to where I need to move this car. It's been sitting here for way too long doing nothing, and it needs to move. Not really great timing, but I'll make do with what I have. I have some good resources that'll help me. And so yeah, I'm gonna kind of outsource some work on this one. Normally I would primer and block this out myself. I'm gonna send it out, have it done, just because if I can't do it in 7 months, then I need to have someone else do it. So the car still gets done. So what I'm working on right now is trying to get the ass end of the car up, because this thing is going to be a miserable, you know what, to get on the trailer because of how low it is. I've realized I have 2 inch too short of a coilover in the back because it's as high as it goes in the back, and I could quite literally dump the quarter panel on the ground if I slam this thing all the way out. Definitely need to reach out and get another set of coilovers of the right length, but either way, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing back on the ground. I think from what I did, I pulled the dash wiring apart. The only thing I did was basically unhooked everything, bagged it, and tucked it under the dash. So I found my ignition switch, which is down there. So I'm pretty sure if I just hook the battery up, put the key in it, prime it, should fire? I don't really know. We'll find out. But Galaxie's going to get painted, boys. All right, just hooked the battery up. And like I said, I have no clue if this is going to work, but past Craig, who would probably not be that rude to future Craig. So we got our key here. As long as this thing, when I turn it to the on position, like that, as long as this primer button works, it'll start. There you go. You can hear it build fuel pressure. Oh, we're gonna have to have some battery help. Ah, the battery's dead. Okay, let me put the other battery in it and see what it does. And it starts right up in idles. I can't even get my daily driver to start. Oh, and the tire's moving. Oh, it's in drive. I am speechless. Look, there's nothing in it. Yeah, Marty and I really know how to wire and build a car. Look at this. It's running perfectly. Look, you can see how long it's been sitting because of the dust on the belt. That's crazy. You can see all the mice and rats and rodents that are running around here. Wow, that is something. Well, I'm probably gonna shut it back off and then get it back on the ground, put like 100 PSI in this tire to try to get the ass end of it as high as I can. Pull it around front. Wow. It was weird that Galaxie goes back on the ground for the first time, very last time on this spot. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to finish this damn car. And the other one, obviously. Those of you that don't know, I do have 2 of these cars. Same thing right here. One at a time. I got a bunch of musical cars to play, move some stuff around, and then we're gonna get this thing out. So you can see I've had this thing running for probably 10, 15 minutes. Fans kicked on. So they're doing their job. These are our low shrink clamps, coolant filter, everything's flowing, everything's working. I mean, a lot of you guys haven't seen this car before, but this is quite literally one of the nicest cars I've ever built. It's just not done. But underneath it, the arms are powder coated. It's got coilover front and rear. I hand made the tubs. I notched the tunnel for the drive shaft. I built custom wheel tubs for it, which you can't see, but did a 4-link. All new fuel system. Tucked the coil over into the trunk, notched the trunk floor. Yeah, this car's badass. Underneath, it's got a lot of time invested in it. Sweet, let's get this thing on the trailer, which is gonna be miserable because you can see the muffler pretty much drags on the ground at ride height. And that's as high as I can get the car. Took 12 minutes according to this. Thank you, Chris.
Somebody called for a wrecker?
Yeah, I guess so. She is on. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to strap the hood now because there's no latch, so it'll fly up. I'll zip tie it and strap it or do something with it. Just need a couple zip ties and a tie down and we'll be good. Not bad. It's okay. Nice thing is it being coilovers and leaf springs instead of leaf springs, it's pretty damn stiff, so it shouldn't go anywhere. But away she goes. Last time it'll come here until it's done. Join the rest of the painted cars. Alright guys, just got this thing dropped off. Wish I could have sprayed it myself, but life happens and you need to kind of outsource work to get cars done. So guys over here are gonna knock the primer out for me and get this thing. They're gonna sand all the spray paint primer off it because you don't really want to spray over spray paint because this doesn't have hardening properties. So when you spray epoxy on it, the primer will grab it and pull it and it'll curl all this paint because the epoxy is way stronger than spray paint. So they're gonna have to sand pretty much all this spray paint off. At the same time of them spraying it, they'll be body working it, I guess, at the same time, getting it a little straighter. But it made me feel good when he was walking around the car and he was telling me, he's like, yeah, it actually looks like really good. It's relatively straight, and I think won't have much time before primering, so it's not a lot of work, which is good. So that makes me feel good because I've never really body worked a car before. So seeing it actually come out and having an actual professional tell me that it's not horrible and it's actually pretty good, it makes me feel good. So I'm gonna get this thing primered. I'll catch you guys when we pick this thing up. So hopefully it looks all one color. It's all in epoxy. Looks pretty good. There's a couple small spots I gotta get. Let's see if the light will pick it up. Yeah, there's a dent right there. It's like a crease. So I gotta figure that out. But that's nothing. The real issue is this quarter panel. It's always been this quarter panel. I hate this quarter panel. Mind you, not horrible. I've seen much worse, especially on these cars. But mind you, he did damn near no body work to this. They just kind of scuffed it. They did a little fill work and fixed a couple spots and then just shot it. So what you're looking at is my body work for the most part. And I must say I'm pretty happy with it. Man, you can see the light travels. This side's really good. But it's really, really cool to see it all in one color. I have not seen this car in one color yet. It's just kind of surreal for me, but there's a bunch of little pinholes that I got to address from filler. Mind you, there's a lot of fill work that's been on. He went and put one on just now. A couple low spots right there. But now we're getting into the very nitty-gritty stuff. Yeah, even the door has a little bit of work needs to be done. I had a massive dent in that door I had to fix. I don't know, I'll just start working at it. And I was gonna knock the bodywork out and not show you guys and get it in final color, but I think it just makes more sense to just kind of bring it back now so you guys can see where we're at instead of just hiding it for 3 months. But this shouldn't take me more than 2 weeks to finish this car and get it sprayed. So yeah, I did actually reach out. I have another friend of mine that's gonna work with me on getting the final color done. So we're gonna meet up this week. He's gonna check out the car. We're gonna get a plan sorted and then figure out if it makes more sense for me to do the body work, if I should outsource it. Because at this point, it's not really about money. It's more about you know, getting this thing done because it's been so long. But obviously I'm not rich, so I need to be able to save as much as I can, which is why we're doing it in steps. That's why this gets epoxy, because I didn't have anywhere to spray it. Comes to my shop, I work on it, I get it ready for final paint. I have someone spray final color, so it's kind of a process, but I guess it ran out of gas, so we're gonna have to go ahead and put it on get the trailer and use a winch, which is gonna be awesome. But yeah, it still does run and drive. Yeah, I'm stoked, it looks good. If you guys don't remember, on this side of the car, I actually filled in the antenna hole right here. So there's an antenna hole right there that's now gone. You can see I did a really good job on that. I'm very proud of that. And there was a bunch of dents all the way across this. That's now good. And then the roof line. Remember this? Look at that. I cut the crud out of this roof. I'll insert a photo because you guys need to actually, I appreciate this. I'm very, very proud of this. Like from here all the way down the roof was cut out of it. And I blocked it and I filled it and I sanded it and I blocked it, and look at how good this comes out. I made the front radius of this roof from scratch out of just sheet metal. Look at that. As the light travels down, it's not wavy at all. Right there was a weld seam right there. And you can barely see it. Like I could just leave that and you wouldn't even notice. Down here, I cut this whole lead seam out, redid all that, did the window gutters. It's all coming back to me now. I haven't seen this car in a while. All down here, you can see I welded all that in, radius that. Down here, did all this, did all this stuff. It's all stuff I did in my side of my house. Man, this thing's sweet. I'm so happy to have this car back. All right, let's go ahead and get it loaded on the trailer, get it over to the shop. I got a bunch of cleanup to do from the F100, and we'll start working on it. So, see you guys then. This is how you have to get a Slam 64 Galaxie on a trailer. If you don't want to buy $600 ramp extensions, you get the little oil changer plastic ramp doodads. Big piece of wood, 4x8, whatever. Ironically, we had forklift extensions, like the actual ones. Those work perfect. And that makes it so the incline doesn't go crazy. Because if it goes crazy, it's going to drag the quarter panel on the ground. So, that's itself. Don't lower your car. Oh, wait, let me turn it. Wow, these winch things are pretty neat. That's fine. You're almost there. You gotta be on the ramps by now. Oh, yeah. Really hope I don't drag this quarter on the ground. Here, wait. Huh, still looks good. Check this quarter. Oh yeah. That's nice and low. Nice.
You're just pulling it on that thing.
Maybe not. Stupid Flowmaster junk. Nice. Right there. It's gonna roll forward. You're getting on a downhill. All right, now you can get a good bird's eye view. See all the custom work that I did underneath here. The derail cooler, custom 4-link I built, Alden coilovers, new AMD fuel tank, AMD trunk floor. You can see I notched in the coilover mount. I made all that. I tubbed this. It's got tubs on both sides. Custom tail panel and filler neck. This thing is, it's coming out nice. I like this. So, all right, time to strap this thing down and go grab something to eat. I'm hungry. Nice. Galaxie inside? That's impossible. Spent 2 years of my life building this car outside. Having it in a shop, this is so weird. All right, well, this is it's kind of weird. This is one of those things where this car started like literally outside in the dirt, and now over 2 years later, this is where we're at. So it is kind of crazy. I don't know, it's weird. It's seeing all in one color. You can see there's like a sheen on it, and it's actually, you know, it looks good. I'm really proud of this. This is a car that I have like probably close to 2,000 hours into between the 2 years of me building this thing at this point. And there was holes in the quarter panel, there was holes in the trunk floor, there was holes in the roof, there was holes in the regular floor. And the amount of labor-intensive modifications that I've done on this car over the past 2+ years have really led up to this point. So it looks really, really good. It does need a little bit of work. There's some quarter panel stuff I need to fix. And now that it's all one consistent color and it does have a little bit of a shine on it, I can actually see the low and high spots a little bit better. This is epoxy, so there is a couple more steps. If you're new to paint jobs, you need to do basically epoxy, and then you'll go pretty much block it out and get it ready for urethane, do a little bit more fill work, get it ready for urethane, and then we'll block it a final time up to 400 grit before we spray the actual color on the car. So a little bit more work. We're almost there, but I was actually gonna make one consistent video on getting the whole car sprayed and then basically show you guys the final color, which I'm not revealing yet. But yeah, it's kind of one of those things where once I brought it to the shop, I kind of realized there's no physical way that I can hide the car when it's sitting in this position, and I won't be able to get all the body work done in like 2 days to where I can not, you know, film it obviously. So I just figured I'd give you guys an update. I know you guys have been wanting to see stuff on the car, so I'm just gonna walk you through the final bodywork process. It's gonna be a lot easier that we're inside. We have a nice floor, we have walls, we have concrete. We never had that before, so overall I think this is gonna be a lot faster and a lot more efficient. So hopefully it doesn't take a lot of time. I'm very familiar with this car, obviously. I'm the one that did all the bodywork up to this point, so I know where my troublesome areas are and I know how to fix them. So it should go by pretty quick. Ironically enough, now that my shop is relocated, I'm actually like 5 minutes away from my paint supplier instead of 50 minutes away, so that makes things even better. But yeah, we're gonna get this thing done pretty quickly. So I already talked with the painter that's gonna be spraying this. As much as I would love to spray it right in this booth, I do actually share the shop, as you guys know, so I'm not gonna just coat everybody's cars, and that's not really the most legal thing to just spray it in an open building like this. So as much as I would love to spray this car myself, I painted the town car, I painted the Fox body. I am going to have a professional spray this car because of the caliber that I am trying to build it to. So I don't want a bunch of bugs. I don't want a bunch of dirt. I don't want anything in this paint. It needs to be perfect. So I am going to spend the time and I am going to spend the money and have a buddy of mine spray it in a booth. So we're meeting up this week to figure all that out. But yeah, so this car, for those of you guys who don't know, this is my 64 Galaxie, and there is a lot of work that's been done. I recommend going back in my channel between now and 2 years ago and looking at some of the videos that I've done. I've cut from the back window off. I did both quarter panels. I know I'm kind of repetitive here. I've already kind of said this, but yeah, roof skin, notched the trunk floor, custom 4-link I built myself, fully powder coated front clip, all new top end on the engine, new camshaft cylinder heads, all that stuff. Full painless wiring harness that me and Marty built ourselves and put in. And yeah, that's just the, you know, scratching the surface on this car. This car has had an immense amount of modifications done to it. That's kind of why it sits the way it does. So you won't really see very many 64 Galaxies that can sit that low in the back. And this thing will sit on 20x10s in the back with a 295 tire, and it will lay frame, which is pretty cool. And that I all built myself. There wasn't anything that was store bought. So yeah, this is kind of your Galaxie update. You can bring it back in the mix. You will see uploads in the next couple weeks of us actually knocking this thing out. So you should see a pretty good amount of F100 and Galaxie stuff coming back into the mix. I hope you guys are excited for that. I know you guys have been waiting for a long time. And with that being said, I hope you guys go on to enjoy this video. Please leave a like on it. It's been a ton of work getting this thing to where it is, between the shop and blowing the Fox body's engine and then blowing my truck's engine. And then all the other things in between that you've seen me do between now and November, which is when I blew my truck up. We got the shop in December to put in a time frame. So there's been a lot of stuff that I've had to get out of the way to get this car back. So I haven't forgot about it. No, I haven't sold it. And no, I still do have the red one. And we're not getting rid of either of them right now. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one where we actually get on this thing and get it done.